I embrace some sides of like what would be considered feminine, like sensitivity, things like that. It was really funny because a lot of people criticize the way I cross my legs in class when I sit and take notes, and it's deemed sort of a feminine gesture to, sit and cross your legs and stuff.
Right.
But I do that.
Right.
And most men feel like they can't or something, but I can, and I find it comfortable. For some weird reason, it's so innate and habitual that I just do it. And
but it is interesting because I think people criticize you because they try to get you to fit in that box, but you won't. So that makes you unique.
I separate myself from being forced there because clearly I'm a man. Clearly, like I tell myself I am, like I am. That's just one little minute thing that I do, but it doesn't define the entire characteristic of myself.
Right.
It's something I find comfortable to do, and I don't really hide it. I just do it in class, like it's whatever. But I mean, there's things like that. There's my honest admission that I watch like shows like Gossip Girl and things like that, and I have my reasons for watching it. But not many men admit to watching things like Gossip Girl, but I do. It's a show. I also watch Lost, so like it doesn't really matter.
Do people ever ask you or think that you might be gay because you embrace this side of your personality?
Yeah, actually, it does happen a bit more than I would like, actually. I am really, really comfortable with my sexuality, of just being a heterosexual male. Really comfortable with it. But there's plenty of times where people are like on the fence of deciding what label to place me as. Like, I always get the question like, oh, I need to know, are you gay? And I'm like, absolutely not. Like, no way. And I'd be like, well, how did you get to that, place? How did you decide that? And, it was pretty uncertain. Some people just don't really know, like, I can't place my finger on it, but I just have this feeling. I guess the whole gaydar issue or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I remember this is actually a story. The other day I was at work, and I work at a retail clothing store at the mall. And there's a lot of greeting going on. There's a lot of like, hi, how are you? Welcome to the store. So I greeted this one group of females. They were like young adolescent, like 16, 17-year-olds. And I greeted them and said, hey, welcome to the store. If you need any help, let me know. And a few steps later, out of earshot, I heard from another associate that in Spanish they were heckling the fact that they thought I was gay. So an associate told me that they said that, not knowing that I knew Spanish. But and I don't know, it comes up a lot for some reason, and I don't really know why. It's like, despite the things that I do, is it really that big of an issue to like really, like, call me out on or something like that? Because I'm really not.